Hello everyone and welcome to this lesson. Well, in this lesson, we're going to be doing organic chemistry. I've seen a lot of students struggling with this thing, and it is very simple. It's fairly easy. Well, it actually 3 marks, this topic. Well, let's get down. Well, what is organic chemistry? Well, organic chemistry obviously is the study of carbon containing compound. Okay. It's the study of compounds that contain carbon. Simply so. And so, not all compounds that contain carbon are considered in the organic chemistry. So most of them are part of organic chemistry, and some of them are not part of organic chemistry. Well, okay. So there's a representation of these things. I will just go straight to the most important things, the introductory part. Yeah, I think it's going to be this video. Well, there's a representation of organic compound. Well, what are organic compound? Let's start here. Organic compound. Well, these are compound that contain carbon atoms. Okay. So these are what we call organic compounds. Compounds that contain that contain carbon atoms. And not all compounds that contain carbon atoms are considered organic compounds. That I said before. Well, there's a representation of these things. Organic compound representation. Okay, guys, I know that we haven't yet talked about a lot of things here, but I want to put the word alkane here. Alkane. There. You do not know what an alkane is. Well, I'm going to put the word alkane with butane. There. Well, these are the things I'm going to use in showing the representations of organic compound. Well, the first representation is what we call the general formula. Well, the general formula has to do with something like alkane. For alkane is CnH2n plus 2. This is how the general formula should look like. Okay, then again we have the molecular formula. Okay, the molecular formula won't be for alkane, it will be for the butane part. Well, the molecular formula for butane, it's C4H10. There. This is how the molecular formula of an organic compound should look like this. C4, C, then H, and whatever atom that follows. Okay. Then there is a structural formula, my favorite. Structural formula. Then, for butane, it says the butane has 4 carbon atoms. So it's going to be like this. There. So this is the structural formula for butane. I know you guys don't know what an alkane is, butane is, but the main thing of putting them is to show how the representations look like. Each representation look like. Well, there is again the condensed structural formula. There. So this one will be for butane again. Okay, the easier way to write this, a lot of learners struggle with writing the condensed structural formula. I've seen it. Oh, there's no area. I consider the first carbon atoms. The first carbon atom. Yeah, the first carbon atom has 3 hydrogen atoms. So I'm going to write it like this. The second carbon atom has 2 hydrogen atoms. Third carbon atom has 2 hydrogen atoms, and the last one has 3 hydrogen atoms. So this is how we write the structural formula, and this is how it should look like. So yeah, these are the representation of organic compounds. Then, well, again, butane and alkane, move a little. Well, we have organic compounds. Actually, they are classified as homologous series. The homologous series. Homologous series. New word, I suppose. Or new name. Well, homologous series. What is a homologous series? Well, a homologous series is a group of compounds. It's a group of compounds or atoms or whatever that determines that can be determined. Sorry, I'm not making sense here. Well, I'm sorry for that. It's a group of compounds that can be determined. Oh, a lot of you pronounce this as determine. So my accent is going to be a little different. I'm used to that. Determine. So it's a group of compounds that can be determined by the same functional group or general formula. Sorry for squeezing things here, but general formula. So this it's a group of compounds that can be determined by the same functional group or general formula. So what you know already is the general formula. Remember the representation. And things are cutting. Let's say, let me fix my camera. Yes. Yeah, now it's a little better. Well, yeah. It's a group of compounds that can be determined by the same functional group or general formula. Then what is a functional group? General formula, you already know about it. It's the representation of organic compound. Yeah. And so what is a functional group? A functional group is a group of atoms that determines I think I'm getting used to it. That determines the physical and chemical properties of organic compound. Okay. Well, I know, guys, to most of you, these two words or these two terms don't make sense at all. I know. Even for me at first, they never made sense. Like, homologous series is a group of compounds that can be determined by the functional group or general formula or whatnot. Functional group is a group of atoms that determines the physical and chemical properties of organic compounds. These two things at first, they never make sense. They didn't make sense for me either. And so, in the next video, we'll be talking about these two things in general. No, not in general. Fully. Like, I will try and explain a lot about these things. and mostly that one. Anyways, thank you for watching.